Hello, my name is James Brown, so welcome to Seaview Farm. The original farm was only 30 acres. On this block here we're standing on is now 46 hectares, which is about 115 acres. The herd is made up of about, I suppose, 75% Nibby Ayrshire. There's 15% Norwegian Red that are still here from a project that was many years ago at Hillsborough. We measure the grass there and we're utilising 11 tonnes of dry matter per hectare. We're just using our own slurry. We're not buying in P phosphate as well, so the nutrients are really potash and nitrogen, two main plant foods that we use. All the slurry that goes on to the first and second cuts is done with the trailing shoe, mainly because a lot of the silage ground is heavier ground, and so we don't want any compaction at all, and also we get better use of the nutrients and there's less losses. Because I'm a delegated farmer anyway, all the farmers soil test it once every 4 years. We know exactly where our fields are in terms of pH, and we're fortunate that pHs are quite high, but we will be putting lime on this year. At the minute the cows are mostly spring calving. There's 20% calve in the autumn and the other 80% calve in the spring. We make sure that we start calving about the 15th of October and don't stop for a break on the 8th of December, 10th of December, and then we start again the 10th of January, and the main block, most of them calve between then and the end of March. We're milking 160 and there's about another 100 followers. It was somewhere over 3,000 litres from grass. We've just 9,000 litres per hectare from forage, average over the last number of years, about 1.2 tonnes of concentrates. It means that per million litres of milk that we sell, we're probably using 100 tonnes less concentrates than a high input system. So it means that phosphate balance here is considerably lower. Average 3.4 protein for the year and 4.3 butterfat. The Youngstock project from Hillsborough, the Research Institute, was really involved in monitoring the calves right through from birth right up to calving. And so we would weigh the calves at birth, and then they were weighed periodically during their up to the end of their first lactation. I needed to get the heifers a bit heavier at calving, and so that's what we'll focus on now. And we'll focus now on doing the calves better in their first 100 days. Then it's a lot easier right through their life. We're calving at 24 months, which has cut down our replacement rate. I'm getting quite a few lactations out of my cows. Our replacement rate is really it's about 21% at the moment, which is just on the low side. We could do with bringing in some more replacements, but it does mean whenever we're calving at 2 years old, we've a batch less stock on the farm. Obviously that works well with emissions as well. If you have less stock, less emissions. Our management now starts really before the calf's born, and it's very important to get a lot of minerals into the dry cows, and that produces a hardier calf at birth and a more virile calf at birth, and that means that the calves then have a more immunity to scars and diseases. One way that I could do something for the environment was raise the level of the hedges, and the majority of them now are up in around 9 feet. And this is a level they used to be cut at. It's what is quite traditional in a lot of farms, hedges cut low. But I found it was quite severe on them, and I wanted to increase The size of my hedge is for to get more bird food really and more cover, and it's also good for sequestration. Obviously, the more volume of the hedge, the more carbon it can sequester. And even in the summertime, there's a lot more cover there for birds nesting. It really is good, and you can see the hedge is nearly moving with birds at times, so it is a big benefit to us on the farm, I think. And also, especially in the two, I go out early in the spring with the cows, and it means that there's shelter for the cows there, and that's the important thing. We do get quite a lot of hares. There's a lot of hares on this farm. You can get up to 5 in the one field, which is quite uncommon. Whether the number of hares on the farm is to do with the height of the hedges or I don't know, but certainly there's a lot more cover for them now.